With the NHL Draft coming up this Thursday, we got to get into the best name in the draft, Jagger Firkus. Welcome back, hockey fans. Welcome in if this is your first time to the channel. I'm Josh. This is the Hockey Flow, and today it's Saturday, July 2nd, 2022. That's right, we got the NHL Draft coming up this Thursday, and we haven't even talked about the best name in the draft, Jagger Firkus. And I tell you what, his game is probably just as good as his name, but we're going to get to that in just a moment on Today in Hockey. But first and foremost, we got to get to Today in Hockey history. Then we got to get to a couple of headlines, including, did the Winnipeg Jets finally end their head coaching search? We'll find out, absolutely. And then we're going to get into our article deep dive. We're heading to a new fun one today. We're heading to SBNation Pension Plan Puppets. They did an excellent deep dive on Jagger Firkus and giving us some good, the bad, and we're going to break that down all on the Hockey Flow Today in Hockey. If you do enjoy the content, take a moment, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate it. Helps us out a ton as we're just getting started. Again, thank you guys so much. But yeah, let's get into it. Today in Hockey history. On this date, July 2nd in 2017, Sharks legend Patrick Marleau signs with the Toronto Maple Leafs in 2017 after 19 seasons with the Sharks. An absolute legend, and I know that one was tough for Sharks fans, but these guys sometimes don't want to let go, and then they have to move on, right? So here we are. All right, headlines. Let's get into it. Winnipeg Jets, as we talked about a little bit, it sounds like Rick Bowness is going to be their next head coach. It sounds like the team is working to make him their next leader. So very exciting news for the Jets. I mean, to be honest, I'd be a little cool on it again, if we're being honest, but a little slim pickings right now. There aren't a lot of people to pick from. I know the Sharks just let their head coach go. Leave the video or the link down in the description talking about that. Absolutely. What's going on, Sharks fans? But Jets fans, let me know. What do you guys think of this hire? You think he's going to be the one? I know nothing's official yet, but these are the talks. It looks like this is going that way unless something weird happens, right? All right, Vancouver Canucks. Brock Boeser agreed to a 3-year, $19.95 million extension with the team. Absolutely ecstatic for the young man. Had a pretty good season right now. I know Canucks fans, you guys, man, tough year. I know we're working our way up, but Brock Boeser, man, he's one of those pieces that I really like. The North Dakota alum, I'm a fan of his game, big fan of his game. So I'm excited to see what he can do, and that's not a bad cap number for them either. But Canucks fans, let me know in the comments how you guys feel about this one. But all right, article of the day, we got to get into it. It's the Firkus Circus. That's right, Jagger Firkus, 2022 NHL Draft profile. Jagger Firkus, he's small, he's ginger, he can rip it, and he has an A+ name. And this is coming to us by @BigStew86 from, like I said, SBNation Pension Plan Puppets. And I tell you what, this one was a lot of fun to go through. This big shout out to @BigStew86 for putting this together. Great profile. We went ahead and created some stuff for it as well for this slide. So hope you guys enjoy. But yeah, let's get into it. The Firkus Circus, absolutely. I love his name first and foremost. Love the hair color, all of that. But I'm a big fan of his game too. He had a great season. This was his coming out party this season, and he is a little bit of a one-hit wonder, but we'll take a look at his stats. So he played in the WHL this last season. He is listed as a forward, 5'10", $154, so that's definitely going to be a talking point. But his season this year, as we were saying, breakout season, 66 games, 36 goals, 44 assists, and 80 points total. Absolutely amazing. I believe I saw in the article he was third in goals for U18s this year, behind Matthew Savoy and Connor Bedard. So not too bad at all. But he's not just a great name, right? Jagger Firkus, that's an A+ name, but he's not just a great name. This season, like we said, was excellent. But let's get into it. The good, and we're also going to go through the bad. And break down this article, see if we agree with @BigStew. Excuse me. So first and foremost, the good, dual threat offense, and what we're talking about with dual threat offense is shooting and passing. Yeah, he doesn't just do one or the the other. He does both, and he excels at it. He's just he's excellent with the puck on his stick, and he makes the right decisions. It's just really fun to watch. You see the highlights, and but overall he profiles strong too. The analytics, the numbers, he profiles strong in shooting, passing, and transition. His transition game is very good also. It's fun to watch. Again, the highlights, this article has a lot of Twitter links in it too, so definitely check that one out. I'll leave the link down in the description for you guys as well. We're doing a lot of these prospect breakdowns, right? We did the Kevin Korchinski one a couple days ago. That was a lot of fun. I'll leave the link down in the description for that one as well. But one thing we talked about with Kevin Korchinski was his offensive ability, right? And that's Jagger Firkus's game 1,000%. All offense, huh? I mean, it's incredible, but a big part of that is the shot, right? And Briggs Stu goes into that as well. He gives us examples. He kind of just goes on and on. He just gushes, and it's great to see, but he talks about the one-timers, his toe drags, compares it to Austin Matthews-esque, his cross-body wristers, and of course, the Michigan, baby. That's right. We went ahead and created a GIF for this just so you guys could see it. And I tell you what, it's incredible, right? I'm a sucker for these. These are just so much fun to watch. I think it's good for the game, right? Anything new you can do. At some point back in the day, goalies didn't wear masks because the puck wouldn't even lift off the ice, right? So innovation is always positive, I say. So love to see this. But we got to get into the bad, right? And honestly, it's really just one thing. It's the size and his lack of physical strength. As we said, he's 5'10", $154. He was 5'5" not that long ago, so he's grown quite a bit, but physically he's only $154, and it's not necessarily the height, right? There's plenty of NHLers that are listed at that height, even less, but it's the weight that really comes into play, and the article does a really good job of talking about that as well. I believe they called out Kyler Yamamoto, let's go Oilers, as the only player in the NHL was listed at a weight less than that, or at or less than that, excuse me. So it is something to actually be a little concerned about, right? Is Jagger going to put on some more weight? Is he going to be able to do that? Does his build lend itself to that? I'm not sure. He is shifty, quick, and he can do all of those things to avoid the contact and do the right things so that his size doesn't become a disadvantage all the time. But the article does talk about how just overall being smaller and not having the muscle mass does impact your skating, and it impacts your shots, it impacts your stick battles. I get all that. It does also talk about how some players, it's a small percentage though, overcome those, right? We've got our Johnny Gaudreaus, our Cole Caulfields, those little guys that can overcome that and put up great numbers in the NHL. So it's not more so that he can't do it, right? It's not that it's never been done. It's just, the odds are a little, the deck is stacked against him, if you will, a little bit. So with that being said, does it impact his play on the ice? It does, right? The article talks about in his defensive game how in those tight spaces, when he's got a lot of ice and open space, he can maneuver. He's so shifty and great with the puck, even without the puck, that he can avoid that contact and avoid that physicality. But in those tighter areas, the corners up against the boards, and he can't really get away from that, he'll avoid the contact and go for more for poke checks, things of that nature. So I get it though, right? He's not the biggest lad. So we're not talking about a potential top 5 pick either. This is an important notion to distinguish. We're talking about a lad that probably bottom half of the first round, maybe mid first round at the uppermost if someone just falls in love with him. But overall, where do you think the Firkus Circus is heading this season? For me personally, I saw a mock draft having him going to the Canadians a little later in the first round, and it kind of just clicked like, ooh, that would be a nice little fit. I kind of like that. I would love the Oilers to sneak back into the first round and pick him up too. I know we don't have really many picks after the first round, but if we do some trade, something like that, I would love to see him be on the Oilers too. But let me know which city is the Firkus Circus heading to this coming season. Who's going to draft the young lad? But that's going to do it for the video today. I really do appreciate you guys. We do have a giveaway going on the channel right now. We're on that race to 100 subscribers, and we're getting there. Thank you guys so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. It's been so much fun. But once we hit that 100 subscriber mark, we're going to give away a $100 gift card to the NHL shop. Let you guys pick something out from your favorite team just as a token of my appreciation to say thank you, because I appreciate you guys. This is always so much fun. Until tomorrow, cheers.